I was told multiple times by the same user that instead of talking on people promoting their Twitter account for edits in exchange of followers to literal kids when they follow non-safe for work, do focus on exposing groomers, pedophiles, and child porn lovers, as it will make my brain less of an acorn. Dear fan of my channel, I truly appreciate your quote-unquote criticism that was actually hate, and so to honor your humble wishes, I shall talk about the apology of a groomer and pedophile when victims, plural, fought for one after 3 years. Hello everyone, Flo here, and let's get right into it. Slight background info about Flamey. He's expected to be 22 this September. In other words, between November 2020 and now, where the main events happened, he was between 19 and 22. He has lied multiple times about his age in order to approach victims better, so it is best to tell his age once and for all, with no lies. The victims, when groomed or manipulated, were mostly under 13, the youngest being 11. Before going straight into the apology of this guy, let's list what he has done throughout the 3 years before it for more context. Does content seemingly family-friendly on YouTube, yet shares strong child porn posts on Twitter. Multiple victims of grooming, sexual and or non-sexual. Those coming out being Snip, Twinkie, and a person who wishes to remain anonymous. But according to testimonies, there might be more. Manipulated and guilt-tripped victims, and those who knew into silence for 3 years, and ignored the issue for 3 years until bigger platforms spoke out. When exposing him, Crowva received a strike on YouTube for cyberbullying and harassment. It was appealed later on. And this is where we are. Those victims, after 3 years of fighting, finally get the chance to see an apology from the person who hurt them for so long. So let's see if it was up to expectations from someone being accused of grooming and manipulation. Spoiler alert, no it wasn't. I'm sadly not going to show the entire apology because, well, I don't want to be unfairly striked either. So screenshots will do, and any evidence along with full footages will be linked in the description. We start off with a 1-minute long extract, which can be summarized in Crowva, Twinkie, I am sorry for what happened in 2020. I don't know why I did that, but I'm trying to change, I swear. Of course you know why you did this. And it was not just a date, but a period of time and multiple victims. Mentioning Crowva when she was no victim of grooming, hell, they didn't even know about your existence before that, is insensitive to all the other actual victims who spoke out. And since Crowva and Twinkie have such influence, it really sounds like you apologized only because those big gacha tubers exposed you, not because you actually feel remorse. Right after that, he explains that the reason he was rude was because he was diagnosed with bipolarity and Asperger's. I was medically diagnosed with that same autistic spectrum, but that doesn't mean when I made my last apology video, I said, the reason I thought my video was appropriate was because I'm autistic. It's annoying to see people apologizing by hiding behind their disorders like a shield and say, it was not me, it was my autism. Like, yeah, okay, but that's no excuse. Moving on, another point of his was, I'm changing because I'm dating an 18-year-old. Look, proof! No. You still attempted to shut down people exposing you like Crowva, Snip, or even Zayd, while dating that 18-year-old. So it's irrelevant. Speaking of running away, he tried to move on because he didn't want to acknowledge the harm he caused anymore. Well, this kinda proves you simply don't care about how your victims feel. You regret by sharing Lolicon and Gacha Hit on Twitter. And you regret so much that you privated your Twitter after being exposed about it. And you regret so terribly much that you are trying to manipulate and guilt trip Twinkie into thinking that you actually didn't groom them. So regretful, am I right? The next extract is basically trying to reach sympathy among viewers without sounding bad. But it is bad. It's an attempt to manipulate viewers into pity and make them say, "Oh, poor Flamey, he's trying to change, despite doing all those awful things to so many people for so long." Victims and people affected by his actions. This apology is not worthy of your courage for facing such awful things at such a young age. You deserve much better than this. This apology is a desperate attempt to calm things down while keeping a good image, when this should have happened 3 years ago. I am ashamed as an adult to share a platform with someone as shameful as this grilled ripoff of a Freddy Fazbear. I'll end up this video by saying that you shouldn't be afraid to speak out about people doing awful things to you online. This should never happen in the first place. Please take care and stay safe online. That'll be all for this video. Have a nice day or night, everyone. Bye!